Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday. I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday. And it's Tarot Reviews Day. I am pulling another deck off of my top shelf for Top Shelf January. And I have a gorgeous little fellow to show you today. She's one of my favorites, and she is a little glamour bug. This, is the Creatrix Awakened Oracle deck. So this was written by a collective led by Shannon Vanderberg and illustrations by Stephanie Wicker Campbell. So this is a really lovely deck. I saw another reader using this deck, and it was so gorgeous that I was like, right, so I need to own this. I have to buy it. Absolutely gorgeous, very dramatic, dynamic artwork, very saturated colors. But honey, behold the rainbow foil edges. Behold them, for they are glamorous and inspired my look today. I did like a little red foil lip and a little red foil eye. So let's take a look at this absolutely gorgeous deck. So very, very expressive, evocative imagery with this very saturated color. Definitely like leaning into, digital creation, but it's a lot like that Bowie deck where it's very layered, a lot of very esoteric imagery, but a lot of like beautiful, dynamic, figural characters as well. Lots of light, lots of different expressions of light, lots of texture, lots of layers. So she's just a gorgeous deck to look at, but the energy of this deck is also very, very powerful. So the thing for me with this deck is that this is what is considered an activating deck. So that this is not necessarily meant for like a predictive reading. It's meant for more of an activating reading, which is a lot of what I do. My gifts lie much less in the predictive because the future is so in flux and timelines can be collapsed and written and rewritten based on the choices and actions that we take. And so I tend to hone in on like your highest timeline. What is the most audacious move that you could make? And so my messages tend to come from that. They're activators. They're finding the thing in you that's longing for something. And that's kind of what I'm seeing is what you're like those, like that, just literally the boldest case scenario. So this is one of those decks that I would highly recommend if you are looking for like a personal, like if you read for yourself personally, this is a great deck for like personal activation, for like accessing your highest, biggest, boldest, brightest timelines. Or if you are reading for a querent who is looking for that, who is needing messages from that or wanting messages from that. So this deck is all about where is our highest like inner queen or king or sovereign, right? And how does this get activated? So this deck is divided into 3 suits. We have our activation cards. So these are the ones that are like finding something, like cards that are supposed to awaken something that's dormant. We have our wisdom cards, which are supposed to draw out like wisdom and things that we kind of, our soul knows and wants to tell us, but that we might not be aware of or that we might be afraid of. And then we have our embodiment cards. And so embodiment cards just means these are the cards that give you the actionables, because in order to create that highest scenario, you have to be able to not just think about it, right? not just know what to do, but to actually take those actions, to act as if you are already the sovereign queen. You're already the leader, the person who is going after that highest timeline, right? So in order to do that, you need to be able to put it into action and manifest these things little by little by little into the real world. So that's what embodiment cards are for. So it's a very powerful deck. And this is one of those decks where the booklet is very helpful, because we can use this like as an oracle reading to supplement a tarot reading. We have our titles and our keywords on the cards, so that's sufficient, right? But the booklet has journal prompts, activations, poetry, the kinds of like some actionables that you might be able to take in with you. And according to the author, the book itself is something that you can use in a reading. I think that's called bibliomancy, where you like open a book and you can find like the answer that you're looking for, or wisdom or advice, by just whatever you happen to open it for. So she's a short deck. We're actually almost through it. So I'm just gonna, because there's not too many cards. I think there's like maybe 38 cards in this deck, but they're very, very powerful, and the booklet is very well thought through. So she's beautiful, she's activating, she's powerful, she's well written, she's well illustrated. So this is what really makes her a top shelf deck for me. I highly, highly recommend this deck. Whenever I use it in a reading, a very powerful message comes through. Then there's a lot of cat energy. Like you'll notice a lot of these cards have big cats on them. Jaguars, lions, cheetahs, panthers. There's a lot of like this like sleek, elegant, ferocious, don't mess with me kind of energy that comes in here. And so big priestess energy, big wisdom. It's a very, very, very like powerful deck. So use it when you're ready to work with that power, or we're not always ready for the big, highest, biggest, boldest timeline messages, but it's like sometimes, we're ready to be on the path, or to consider being on the path. We're ready to deal with any limitations to getting on that path. Great, great, great deck to activate highest timelines. So love her so much. Deep, rich purples and golds, rainbow foil, just yummy, yummy, yummy all day long. So everyone, let's do a little shuffle-roo and see if there is any wisdom that wants to come through this gorgeous lady. There we go. She kind of flew out. Ooh, our lovely eyeball card that I sort of was a little actually fixated on a little bit earlier. I was like, ooh, damn, she pretty. So let's take a look here. We have number 11, quantum crystallized consciousness, illuminate, embrace, embody. So maybe this idea of embodiment might be something that the guides would like for the collective, whoever is listening to this later, to hear. So let's take a look at number 11. I'm actually just going to go in through the book and then kind of give you my intuitive take. Number 25. So if like 11 is a hot number for you, a very powerful number, an activating number. So if that number is resonating with you, take that as a sign. It says, embrace your cosmic transformation. This card encourages you to shine, heal from generational pain, and usher in a new era of transformation and harmony. Your radiant existence illuminates the past and future, fostering cosmic healing and transformation. You embody ancient wisdom passed through generations, forged by life's pressures. Break the cycles of generational trauma and illusions. Embrace your role as the chosen one, allowing quantum, crystallized consciousness to illuminate you, to light you up. I love that. You are more than your past experiences. Reclaim fragmented aspects of your soul, revitalizing thoughts, feelings, and emotions that have damaged your spirit. Find worthiness, deservingness, and deep belonging within you. Discover harmony in past, present, and future wisdom. Your mind, body, and soul find balance as you release generational and current programs that hold you back. You have the power to rewrite your genes and free yourself from the pain of the past. Embrace your highest potential. Honor your ancestors and upgrade generational trauma for the success of your lineage. You are a necessary portal for humanity, complete with a full spectrum of life and an empowered mindset. Operate daily with self-belief, learning from love and light, and attain your desires. Embrace your spirit's facets and shine bright. I love that. So we have a journal question that comes with this. How can I embrace my cosmic healing and transformation in my life? So maybe if you need to, if this resonates, sit with that question, journal with that question. They also give us a mantra and an affirmation. We have, I am the chosen one, embracing cosmic healing and transformation. In the affirmation, I am more than my past experiences. I reclaim fragmented aspects of my soul, revitalize my spirit, and embrace cosmic healing and transformation. I am the chosen one, rewriting my genes and shining bright with love and light. I love this. So what's interesting is that this is a card that is about embodiment, but this is not actually from the suit of embodiment. This is from the suit of wisdom cards. So this is for, I feel like this is for members of the collective who will be watching this or interacting this, however this comes up with for you. For members of the collective who may not be ready to embody, right? They're being encouraged to embody. So we're not getting like an embodiment card, like this is you and this is what we're doing, but just like, did you know, like here's some wisdom. I want to drop some wisdom on you. And the universe is saying, did you know that you're capable of breaking generational trauma? Did you know that you're capable of reclaiming your timeline? And by letting go of the past, you're reclaiming parts of yourself that are very high, very spiritual, that are very capable, able to heal, right? That this is a capability that you have. So it's like the universe just wants to drop this wisdom on you right now, that it's time for you to consider the embodiment of breaking the chain, right? Just being like, boom, it ends with me, right? So here's something that the card doesn't necessarily talk about that I was feeling as I was reading this, right? That when we, as generational curse breakers, when we break these curses, we're not just rewriting the future by passing on healed values to the next generation. We're also able to heal and sometimes even collapse and rewrite past timelines. It's very powerful work and something not everybody's ready for, because, you know, we're like, oh, well, this person hurt me and maybe they don't deserve forgiveness, or they don't deserve love or compassion. They don't deserve healing, right? Maybe you're there and that's okay. Maybe you're not in a place where you're ready to be the person who says the buck stops with me. But this card is saying you came here, your soul wrote this intention in. And so are you ready to embody that? Are you ready to be the person who says, we're not doing this anymore. We're going to heal from this. We're going to move on from this, right? Like this just isn't the way that things are going to be, right? when we are able to come to a point of forgiveness and compassion for people who are no longer here to act for themselves because they may have passed on, or people who we don't know how they're going to follow up because like we needed to maybe make a cut with certain relationships. There are all kinds of ways that this can be expressed. But when we come to that place where we're ready to be the beginning of the new way of doing things, right? We are able to heal people who fragments, this is getting complicated. We are able to heal those fragments of people who may have come and had a lived experience that was very unhealed, right? So for example, say that like you had a difficult relationship with a parent and that parent is no longer here, but this parent is now, that fragment of their soul is on the other side of the veil with a new, more expanded perspective. The blinders have been taken off and they can see what they've done wrong and they may have these regrets. And when you, the person who is actively here in the third dimension, still able to grow, progress, make choices from this visceral reality that we're in, and you're able to use that to heal, to grow in compassion, to create a more healed and just future, that heals them. They may decide to come in the next time and experience what they've made others experience, or they may come in and help with the work, right? Like, so this is how these timelines kind of get written, rewritten, collapsed, because now is the only actual solid, real thing. Past, future, all of that can be malleable, right? Through memory or through how we decide to shape how things progress, right? These are like kind of weird, complicated, as Doctor Who likes to say, wibbly wobbly bits. But this card, that's why this card is giving us quantum, right? This is quantum crystallized consciousness. So this is when our consciousness comes out of our own experience while we're still here in the third dimension, and we're able to kind of like separate ourselves from these blinders just enough to see that we have so much power over shaping the past, the present, and the future, right? And our actions are how we embody it. Our choices are how we embody it. When we choose to heal and grow, ooh, I'm getting an intense hot flash. Where's my fan? I thought I had it here. Oh no. When we choose to heal and grow in this very loving way, we are taking control back of the quantum field from this dimension, which is really rad. So I'm going to go find my fan and take care of this friggin' hot flash. Like I'm turning red. It's amazing. I need to talk to my doctor about HRT. Everybody, so much love. I'm going to leave you with this message. If you want to know more, or if you feel like you would like to polish off some corners, book me. I'm always free for readings. Love you all so much. Be well, be happy, be whole. You're the best. Find the light in 2026. Mwah. See you next week.